In a lot of cases, colleges will actually ask you on the application, why do you want to attend our school? That's your shot. You need to take it. What's going on YouTube? Nick here, and today I have a video about demonstrated interest. Now, demonstrated interest is a concept that colleges look at to determine how interested you are in actually attending their college. Demonstrated interest is important because it helps colleges know that you are committed in some sense to going to their school if you accept you. Now, in 2020, this is super important because colleges are very skeptical about individual students attending because of what's going on with the ongoing pandemic. So if you can show a college that you are super committed to them, that will help your chances of admission greatly. Today, I'm going to discuss how you can demonstrate interest, what it is, and things you can do specifically to show colleges that you're super interested in going there. Let's get into it. All right, guys, before I get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. You want to make sure you're up to date on all the awesome content that we're dropping in the near future. The team and I are working on it very hard, so you make sure you want to check that out. Secondarily, hit like on the video if you like the video. It's just the right thing to do. Now let's get into it. All right, so let me give you a little background on why demonstrated interest is important. Because you're probably like, why does that even matter? If I'm paying and you're paying, who cares who's more interested, right? It matters for a specific metric called the yield rate. Now, what is yield rate? Yield rate is what percentage of students that are accepted to a school actually attend. Those would be the students that satisfy the yield. Now, say for example, a school accepts 10,000 students and 5,000 actually choose to attend. The yield rate for that school would be 50%. That would probably be quite good. Why does this matter? Well, US News and World Report, the company or magazine that ranks schools, feels that this is an important metric that they use in their calculations for the top colleges. If a school has a high yield rate, that means that it's a very desirable school. So people who are accepted really want to attend, so the yield rate is high. That's why colleges care about the yield rate. Now, how does demonstrated interest relate to yield rate? Well, if a student is demonstrating that they're very, very interested in the school, they're more likely to attend that school when they're accepted. If they're not demonstrating a lot of interest in a school, they may be likely to not attend that school, and that bothers the college. So this is why you want to demonstrate that you are interested in a specific school. Now, you're probably asking me, Nick, how do I demonstrate interest in a school that I've never been to and it's miles away and so on and so forth? Let's get into that portion of the video. Now, what are some things you can do to demonstrate interest? Number one, first off, join their email list. Second of all, anytime they send you an email, fill out whatever forms they have, click on whatever links are there. Just like a social media app like TikTok, YouTube, make sure you're engaging with the college. You're clicking on things, you're visiting links, you're spending time reading their website, you're following their social media accounts. Do all of those things and they will know. Now, do all colleges monitor those things? Probably not, but many do, and you can really help yourself out by showing that interest. Now, if you do something like fill out an email form or a form on their website, you're then going to enter some kind of database, and they'll be able to track that. As soon as you become an applicant, they'll be able to cross-check the things that you've done on their website and their social media accounts with your application and give you a stronger package for acceptance. Point number two, like I was saying before, you want to make sure to follow them on social media. You can interact by liking, you can shoot them a message, you can comment, so on and so forth, and just make sure you're up to date on what's going on with the school. You know, set a Google News alert on your phone for any current events relating to the school that could pertain to admissions, that could pertain to accolades the school is receiving. That could just be helpful for your own purposes and also great to keep up with what the school is doing. Number three, an awesome thing you could do is connect with an admissions officer or an admissions representative in your area. You can just find them on the school's website and you can shoot them an email and start up a conversation with them. A lot of our students have had great success doing things like that. Why? Because someone at the school then knows your name, they know who you are before you even applied, and they can then actively recruit you. Best case scenario, the college is so interested in you that they're pursuing you rather than you begging them to let you in. That's the ideal scenario. Now, what can you do to engage this person? You're like, okay, Nick, you're telling me to email some person I've never met who's a rep for a school. What do I email them? You can ask them general questions about the school. You can ask them if they can connect you with some information sources to learn more about the programs in the school. You could ask them to connect you with a professor so that you can ask the professor in your area of interest some questions, or maybe you want to try to engage them in some research. I don't know, but you can do something that connects you with the admissions officer and with the school itself. Any type of connection with the school is important. You won't be a stranger when they're reviewing your application, and you can add that on top of things like visiting or connecting with professors and create a really great impression of you as a person. You probably don't want to ask this person kind of basic questions, something you can just look up on the school's website. You probably should look up on your own. You want to ask them something that's more creative or more detailed than what you can find on the website. Number 4, attend any admissions events you can. Now, right now, they're probably not going to be in person, but there's a lot of online tours. There's a lot of online information sessions. You want to make sure to register for those and make sure you attend. That will definitely get you on the radar of the school because you're attending their events and they're tracking that you're attending them on their Zoom platform or whatever other platform they use. Now, I know it's kind of hard now, but if you're able to, you really want to visit the campus for a few reasons. Number 1, just gives you an idea of the vibe of the school. I can tell you, I won't name the name of the school. When I was in high school, I walked out of one college visit within literally 30 seconds. I just didn't like the vibe of the school. Other schools I really gravitated towards that helped me make my eventual decisions. Also, if you attend an official tour, connect with an admissions officer or a professor, they're going to know that you visited, and that's really important for demonstrated interest. Now, I want to add to that, it's especially important if you live far away from the school that you establish some kind of demonstrated interest. If you live in New York and you're applying to a school in California, or you live in California and are applying to a school in New York, they may not believe that you're actually going to attend. You can make them believe by visiting, by contacting admissions officers, by contacting professors, and really showing that you're interested. If you just throw the application out there with no connection, they're probably not going to believe that you will actually attend the school. Since there's a major pandemic going on, you might not be able to visit a school or get on a plane, but there are some really awesome virtual tours that you can take that are better than nothing, and at the same time, help get your name on the school's record so they know that you're attending those tours. Now, my next point is, in a lot of cases, colleges will actually ask you on the application, why do you want to attend our school? That is a great opportunity for you to demonstrate interest by expressing a great amount of knowledge about the school, the campus, the programs, so on and so forth. That is your chance to show them, I've done my research. I've visited your school. I've visited the website. I've spoken to people. I know what it's all about. That's your shot. You need to take it. Now, a lot of schools don't have that question, but the ones that do are literally giving you an opportunity to demonstrate as much interest as possible. So when you're given that opportunity, you want to make sure to do your research and make sure that you put your best foot forward. Those essays are actually easier said than done. They seem easy, but they're actually hard because the admissions officers are scrutinizing how realistic your interpretation of the school is. Do you know about the programs? Do you know about some of the quirks? Do you know some intricate knowledge about the school that you wouldn't find on the homepage of the website, basically? So when you're doing that essay, you want to make sure to do your research. Now, what you want to do is make sure to find a way on that essay to connect you to the college. You want to make sure to find a way to explain why you are a good fit for that specific college, not just why you want to go there, but why you're a good fit for the college. Now, the last point, and probably one of the most important points, is you can apply early. Now, early decision is really the style of admissions that will greatly help you demonstrate a lot of interest. Why? Because you're just committing to a binding, some kind of binding agreement with the college. Now, yes, you could theoretically get out of it, but in their eyes, you're really committing strongly. Early action, on the other hand, not that strong of a commitment, doesn't help as much, but early decision can really help you demonstrate interest. So if a school does have it and it's your top choice, you might want to consider it. If you followed all the other things I said, you demonstrated your interest along the way, you visited the school, you connected with admissions officers, applying early should really be the icing on the cake to get you accepted. I have another video about early action, early decision you guys can check out here.